When the clock strikes 12 o'clock and you become 18, nobody will have your back 100%. Not your family, not your friends, nobody. All you gotta do. In my 19 years of living, this is the most important lesson that I've learned. And if you haven't learned this lesson already, you're setting yourself up to be hurt by the people that you love. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Film by Cam. We back with another video. Today's topic, we're talking about how at the end of the day, all you gotta do. Yes, your family members will have your back. Yes, your friends will have your back to a certain extent, but nobody has your back 100% except for you. So we're about to get into that. You gotta understand something. You aren't a kid anymore. You know what I mean? When you're a kid, your relatives, your family members, your friends, your parents, they go out of their way for you. I wouldn't say friends. Let's just say parents. They go out of their way for you. And they still do after you turn 18. That never changes. But the point I'm trying to make is once you become 18 years old, your life is 100% in your hands. You know what I mean? Nobody can tell you not to do something. Obviously, people can give you advice, but nobody can tell you to do something. You know what I mean? Unless your parents are telling you, hey, go do this for me. Obviously, you're going to go do it. But you get the point I'm trying to make. Your parents can't save you from life. You know what I mean? Your friends, your family members, they're not going to save you from life. If your life is going wrong, you know what I mean? If you keep making mistakes and your life is going downhill, that is solely because of the choices that you made since you turned 18 years old. That's just what it comes down to. Now, if your life is going up, that's because of the choices that you made, right? So what you have to understand, if you haven't already, I don't know who I'm talking to right now. I don't know how old you are, but this is something to definitely take note of. This is something that you need to understand. Your life is 100% in your hands, and all you got is you. There's not going to be a person to drop $1 million in your lap. There's not going to be a person to make you successful. You have to make yourself successful. You have to generate that $1 million that you want, right? That $1 million that you dream about, that house that you dream about, that car that you dream about. You have to make it happen. Nobody can make it happen for you. Nobody can hold your hand to this, right? It just doesn't work that way. The real world is about to hit a lot of people that are watching this video, and it may have hit people that are watching this video already. And they can tell you, for the people that it has hit, they can tell you and they can vouch. Like, it's a lonely world out here, and nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to help you. You know what I mean? That's probably the wrong word. People are and will help you, but nobody's coming to baby you through anything, right? Nobody. So what this means, why I'm making this video, start making the right choices today. You're watching this video for a reason. You clicked on this video for a reason. You are here listening to my voice right now for a reason. I know a lot of us are, trying our best to make the right choices. Everybody does. But what I need you to do is try a little bit harder. Because that dream life that we all dream about, that dream life that we all want, isn't just going to fall into our hands. It's going to take hard work. It's going to take dedication. And it's going to take obedience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things that these people do in this world. You're not going to be able to party every weekend. You're not going to be able to go out 24/7. You're not going to be able to, just live for the world. You know what I mean? You're not going to be able to do what everybody else is doing if you want a better life. Because 100% of the people that you see go out every single weekend, I'm not saying they're going to be failures, but they're either going to be average or slightly above average. And some people are fine with that. Some people are okay with that. And if that's the life that you're aiming for, then by all means, go enjoy yourself. But this channel is for people that want to overachieve. This channel is for people that have big dreams. And the reason why I'm making this video is because I have big dreams. I want to be an overachiever. I am an overachiever. You know what I mean? So if you want bigger things in life, if you want to overachieve, if you want to have everything that you dream about, you're not going to be able to do what average people do. You got to think about it. Average is majority, right? Average is most people, right? That's like the middle, not rich, not poor. That's most people. This channel is for people who want to be in that top 1%, that top 10% even. This is just something to take in mind. This is just something that you need to understand on this journey that you're on this path that you're on. You know what I mean? And I've had to tell myself these things, and that's why I'm making this video, and that's why I'm sharing it with somebody else. That's why I'm sharing it with you right now, because I wish I had somebody tell me this earlier. It would have saved me a lot of hurt. A lot of the times we expect our family members or our friends to, over support us. Every time we win, we want to get a clap, a pat on our back. You know what I mean? And there's going to be some times in your life where you expect that and it doesn't come. Even from family members, even from friends. Of course, it's going to be more friends than family members, but it will happen with family members too. And you have to understand that everybody's living their own lives. Everybody has their own things to worry about. And this is something that I struggle with, right? When I have wins, I tend to judge people for, you know, not clapping for me, because it's like, damn, I would clap for you. Like, why aren't you clapping for me? But what I had to understand is everybody's living their own lives. Everybody's thinking about their own things. Yeah. Now, obviously, if you talk about your wins and somebody goes silent, that is somebody who may envy you, may compare themselves to you. What I'm saying is, don't get that confused. What I'm saying is like, you may tell a family member about a small win that you have, right? And they'll say, "Oh, that's really good," and then they'll move on to the next thing like that fast. You know what I mean? And sometimes I looked at situations like this, like, damn, they really don't care for real. And it would hurt my feelings, honestly. Like I said, everybody's living their own lives. Everybody is worrying about different things. You know what I mean? And they may not see it in the same way that you do. You know, I'm a very emotionally intelligent person. I'm good at reading body language. I'm good at all of that. So, like, I'm just very emotionally in tune. You get what I'm saying? And like I said, it bothers me. You know, friends will obviously do the same thing. The point I'm trying to make is, we, as in me and you, we don't need to rely on anybody for our accomplishments. We should be patting ourselves on the back. We should be congratulating ourselves, because at the end of the day, the only person that's going to have your back 100% is you. That's the only person that's going to support you 100%. That's the only person that's going to have you through it all 100% of the time. That is the only person that is going to get you through the rain 100% of the time. All you got to do, bro, treat yourself great, bro. Treat yourself amazing. Treat yourself like you're a king or you're a queen, because that's what you are. And once you start treating yourself like this, you won't need other people's validation. I think where we come short is, I wouldn't say we're insecure. You know, some people are insecure, but we are sometimes unsure about, you know, our confidence, who we are as a person, our identity. You know, there's some days where we wake up and we're fully confident in who we are. We know our identity and we standing on 10 toes, right? And then there's other days where we're unsure, you know what I mean? And emotions are temporary. Emotions, some days you're sad, some days you're mad, some days you're happy, right? Emotions are always temporary. The only thing that's not temporary is discipline. The only thing that's not temporary is obedience. You know what I mean? So, but that's besides the point. But like I was saying, I think that's where we go wrong a lot of these times is, on some days we feel unsure about who we are. You know what I mean? Where we feel unsure about this path that we're on, this dream that we see in our head. And we look for it in other people, right? Other people saying, hey, like, yeah, you're going to make it. Like, it makes us feel better. But the most dangerous person, the most confident person, is a person who doesn't look for any type of claps or validation from anybody, because they give it to themselves. That's what you need to take from this. You need to give yourself validation. You need to clap for yourself. When you have good wins, bro, tell yourself, I know this is going to sound weird, but tell yourself that you're proud of yourself, bro. Be like, you came a long way. Like, I'm proud. Like, for real though. Like, you don't obviously don't have to talk to yourself like out loud, but you know, just a little mental note, like, damn, we done came a long way. Like, I'm thankful for where I'm at. I'm proud of where I'm at. I'm happy for myself. I built this from the ground up. Nobody else. You know what I mean? Little things like that will cause us to look less in other people and more in us. And that's the most powerful, strongest person you could be, is a person who validation lies in them. So this is just something you're going to have to think about. This is just something you can think about, obviously. On this path to success, on this path of chasing your dreams, not everybody's going to clap for you, even when you're doing big things. You know, some people may be envious. Some people may be jealous. Some family members may have a lot going on. Look for this validation in yourself, and you will be a lot happier on this process. You'll be a lot happier on this journey, and you won't need anybody to clap for you. So when the claps come, it's just like an extra, you know, pat on your back. But because you have your back 100%, because that's the only person that has your back 100%, you're not going to need their validation. Like I said, their validation will just be an extra pat. You already pat your own back. You get what I'm saying? And that's who you need to become. That's who I'm trying to become. That's who I advise that y'all aim to become, is a person who doesn't seek validation from anybody. So I genuinely hope this video helped somebody. This video did help you in any way, bro, I feel like you should sub. Like, it's free to subscribe. It's free to show love. Please do. Like, comment, all of that good stuff. Because when you like, when you comment, when you subscribe, you're engaging with my video, and it pushes this video out to people that genuinely need to hear it, man. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video, man. Filmed by Cam, and I'm out. I love y'all, man. Stay blessed.